Wait, what's my default? Okay. Hopefully my mic was working the whole time. Oh my gosh, I just looked at OBS and I'm hoping that it was on the whole time. But I digress. That's it for me today, I think. I would prefer to take a continuation, sure, but we have that 1 hour demand and it's just, we close 50% above it too, you know, it's just, is it smart? All right, we'll wait to see how we come back. If we come back into this 37 level, let's see. Uh-oh, shoot. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just came back onto the YouTube stream. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. No sound the whole time. That is embarrassing. Okay, let me move that off the screen. Put this here. And then it looks like, okay, OBS, everything's good now. I am so sorry about that, guys. Wow. But hey, what's up, Andres, Qua, YJ, Carter, Wendy? Happy Tuesday. So sorry about the no sound. Wow, that's crappy. I was hoping to use this as like a documentation to look back on this like trade that I took. Darn it. But okay, I'll explain what I was thinking. I just want to see how we are going to react to this 37 level if we get a tap into it, because we get the closure that is still a lower high. We didn't get the closure above, so you know, I am partially still interested in this one more test down. It's just because we're at the 1 hour demand, it makes me a little wary to do that. So we'll see how we react here. 5 minutes still following bearish trend. 1 minute did come back up over our EMA. Let me see if the so yeah, this could be like something like this. Let's see where we close. Yeah, so it would be the closure here. Oh, that's a long position. Short, like this, and then literally a 1-to-1. I'm gonna go for it. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna do it on stream together. So 23 is our first. Where is that? 23. Sometimes can't hesitate. It's a 5-minute supply retest. 1-to-1. It's a perfect exit right above the supply on the 5-minute. So let's just go for it. You know what I mean? We're just gonna go for it. So here's that tap into that 37 level. Even though we did reclaim back over this support, but we're just gonna go straight for it. And then where's my stop go again? It's so bad. 61.25. 61.25. So yeah, whatever happens here. We literally entered as soon as we saw on trading view here this closure, like just a little bit move up and then move down. So here we go. See if we can get this 1-to-1. Okay, let me look back at the chat while this is doing its thing. But all right, let's see. Yeah, okay, sorry guys. So I'll explain like my thought process behind that trade while this one is doing its thing. Don't know if it's gonna work, but we have everything in place at this point to just let it do its job, and right, hopefully we get the win. But essentially, my idea behind that first trade was, let me go to the 5-minute. We had that tap into the 50%. Originally, the 50% was over here. I think it was here. Yeah. And so 50%, I drew that orange line actually. So let me draw it out right now again. It was at 69.75. Oh my gosh. There we go. So we had that 50% tap. I'm like, okay, we are having a rejection below it. We created this little 5-minute supply, not the prettiest, but a 5-minute supply. It's a 5-minute bearish trend right now. And our 1 minute, it's kind of going sideways against the whole EMA the entire time. So it's not a clear indication that we're going to get that move, but because the 5 minute, I like the 5 minute more than anything, it shows that we're still bearish and holding, and a rejection under the 50%. I wanted to take that short. We haven't pushed into demand as well, so I just wanted to short into demand. My trade before that, I went short as well, or no, I'm sorry, I went long going into the 50%, but my calculation on the fib was wrong, and that's what put me in the red. So this time around, when I took the short, I'm like, okay, let me make sure we have respect to the 50%. We did, and so I took that stab short at 54 when we had that push right here. So we pushed down, right? Still wanting to see if we have support, and then now we are coming back up. So took a stab short at 54 and had to stop above the 50% level, because if we do close strong above the 5 minute supply, the 50%, then market structure shifting, 5 minute bearish trend will now go bullish. So that's what I think. If we're going to go above that, then we might see like how we react. It could obviously reject for a reversal back down again, or it could break over the 50% and then start pushing to the upside. But in any case, I put my stop there, and that's my reasoning behind it. That's the reason for my entry. And then for my exits, as you saw, my initial first exits, it was 28, 26.5, and then 20. So 28 is just because I wanted to be safe, have it right above the demand zone. 26.5 is at the tip of the demand zone. As you can see, this blue number, this is 26.5. And then 20 was just a safe number. As you know, I like the 80-20 rule. So 20 was a safe number for me. So with that being said, I had those initial targets. And then as you saw me trade, I did adjust it ever so slightly because my 15-minute range number was incorrect. As I was explaining, but again, the mic was off. But I had my initial, this 19.5 you see here, this is from the 645 candle. So that's why you may have seen me do this to calculate how many points this is from the low to the high of that 645 15-minute candle. 39 points divided by 2 is 19.5. So I'm like, okay, let's do 19.5 from the low of the 645. Then I realized while on stream that that was not the first 15-minute candle. And because it was not the first 15-minute candle, I had to redo the math, and you saw that without the audio. I did this to the 15-minute candle at 6:30. 67 points divided by 2 is going to be the 33.5 right here. So with the 33.5, I did this from the low of the first 15-minute candle and then wherever it ended up, which was down here. So that's why I adjusted my profit targets ever so slightly to then move my final TP from that 20 area down to 10 because of this, what is this called? The 50% of the 15-minute drop. So yeah, that is, that's everything in a nutshell. So yeah, I think with this one, we're getting some nice traction so far. It's a lower high in the 5 still respecting our bearish trend. But at the same time, a part of me wants to go and just take the 10 points. So let's see if we can get this flush. Okay, that's 12 points there. At 10 points, sitting 10 points right now. Good base hit. Can't go wrong with a base hit right here. Want to take it off? No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're on stream. We're just going to let this baby do its thing. So anyways, yeah, that was the background for what you had just seen without my audio. Again, I'm sorry about that, guys. And then for this one, my mic was on when I entered this trade. So just rejection of the supply. Took it at the closure of the first bearish candle here. And then having just a quick 1-to-1. So yeah, we're just going to, if the trade is meant to work, it's meant to work. But obviously the biggest thing for me is that we're in a 1 minute demand. And this is me like having problem with being a dick for a tick. Big dick for a tick right now. So yeah, you know, see, these are like working lessons of being a trader. It's like knowing like, do I take my base hit? Is it greedy for me to take the base hit? Like, understanding myself and understanding that I need to find like the best way to handle these situations. Because there's moments, there's genuine moments in my trading where I'm like, okay, I don't know if I take my 10 points, does that make me greedy because I'm taking it now instead of the full 19.25? Or does it make me smart because now I'm seeing how price is reacting to this previous support, broke it, resistance, broke it above it again? Is it me being smart instead of being greedy because I'm like, hey, price action is kind of acting kind of funky around here? So that's a kind of a weird stage I'm currently in right now, is like trying to understand where I'm at with that. So yeah. Weird stage. But so far it's looking like it wants to come back, push higher. Holding that support for now that we broke through previously. All the things running through my head. All right. Well, instead, what I can do, just let it be and take a look at the chat now. Let me make sure my mic is on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, mic is on. Okay. So, yeah. Hopefully that explained everything for you. Carter. Hey, what's up, narcissist? Crazy name. That's crazy. Hey, Bella. Oh my gosh. Hi. It's good to see you. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're doing good. Hope everything is well. I know I still have some accounts to do a giveaway with. So I have a little bit of time of September to start giving out some accounts. Probably will be doing it when my next set rebuilds here in the next few days, probably leading up to it, especially because I have those videos coming out too. But yeah, it's good to see you. I hope everything is well with you, Bella. I hope Apex is good. The team is good. Hey, Jason. Oh, news. There was news right now. I did not know that. Let's take a look together. There's news. Tuesday, 9:35. Oh, wow. Powell is speaking. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, okay. Our TP has been hit. So I'm glad oh my gosh. Wow. Perfect timing to exit. So TP was hit on that trade. Nice little 1-to-1. And putting us up officially on the day here. How many points was that again? That was 19.25 points. So we are officially up on the day, $417.04. So I'm pretty happy about that, honestly. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. Sad, obviously, that this portion right here, the working lesson of, hey, see how we react here, putting my stop at the market structure shift, but really it was just a little test to fake out those bulls, and we had the rejection on the 5-minute supply. So I am, even though that was a working lesson previously, I'm glad I did execute on my supply strategy, my playbook on the lower time frame, taking the short, and ultimately the close of the first bearish candle pushed after the 5-minute supply tap, going for a quick 1-to-1 and having it hit. Beautiful. I'll take that. That's awesome for me. So yeah, we're probably gonna end the live trading part and then just talk with chat, do a little bit more charting, because I haven't been doing as much charting, if I'm being really honest with you. I've just been doing lower time frame supply and demand trading like you just saw me do, and then like immediate or like very recent supply and demand levels because of all-time highs. And with all-time highs, I'm not trying to be crazy with it. So yeah, let's see if it's gonna come down now into the 910 level, just for my that itch in my head that I want it to hit that number, even though I'm not in a trade. Would love for it to hit it. So let me do this. 910. There we go. And maybe it won't. So yeah, we'll do some charting now since we finished up on the trading part of the stream. This was like a last minute stream, as you saw. I wasn't even planning to stream, but I thought to myself, I want to document this and I want to explain why I'm doing it for myself, just for me not to even have my microphone on. Ridiculous. Let me put my headset on now, actually, because I think the audio is way better with my headset. So one moment, let me plug it in, and then we'll get to talking a bit more. Okay. Let's see. Let me adjust the property is. All right, there we go. It's probably much clearer now. But yeah, all right. Let's take a look at chat. Oh wow, Eden, that's so crazy. But thanks for popping into the stream after watching some videos from the other day. I haven't posted in a while just because of my accident, but I do have some recorded videos that I've been doing the past few days. So I'm gonna be uploading them like throughout this week. I was planning to upload the first one today, but I just didn't, and I don't have a reason why. So maybe I should just get on uploading it for later today, or maybe have it uploaded by early tomorrow morning like I normally do. But yeah, thanks for watching the videos. Jim, hey, what's up, Jim Jacks? Stop. Oh, your stop was hit. I'm sorry about that. I thought my stop was hit too, but I'm very, very glad that it actually hit TP. So nice. And then for the stop loss on the previous one, yeah, I wish that it just came down to that 910, but whatever. It is what it is. Maybe this could be the new segment on my channel of the whole like eval, trying to pass an eval with the stream type of thing. I remember we talked about that like a while back. So hopefully, maybe we can do that. We'll see. But yeah, these are 250K accounts with my funded futures. So yeah. Oh, nice, nice that you have Powell up there. Sick. Um, how long is he speaking for? It doesn't say. But 9:35. What is this? Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. More hawkish than expected. Notes 20 whatever. Here we go. Short-term interest rates. Cool. All right. Sounds good. Let's see how we react. We're still sitting in the 1 hour demand right now. And I can officially delete these little price ranges. I don't need them anymore. And then we'll just leave that alone. Oh, let me move this one to where it was previously. There we go. So, yeah. All right. Oh, good. Yes. Nice, Wendy. I'm glad that the audio's good. Hopefully it's good for you, Aiden. Hey, let's go, Wendy. Got that TP? I love that. I love that. Dude, having TP hit is something else. I hate when my stop loss gets hit, even when it is in profit. But at the same time, like, I have to really remind myself that it's there to either protect me from more losses or to obviously secure gains where market is supposed to be shifting back or wherever it's supposed to go. So, I'm glad it all worked out for me and you. But anyways, all right, going back to the thing. Yeah, hopefully if you took the same trade though, Wendy, that's sick. That is so sick. I didn't even know there was news. So I'm glad that we had that little momentum spike with the news because I don't think news changes the way that technical analysis is supposed to go unless it's like obviously war news or nuclear news or like news that we weren't expecting, so to speak. But you know how there's like news where it's already factored in? Then with those types of news, I'm like, okay, well, then price is supposed to move where it's supposed to move. But if it's something completely out of the left field, then like, yeah, obviously price is going to kind of, I think, do a little bit more what it wants to do at that point. But it was so fast, a lot faster than that first trade I was in, that's for sure. Hey, what's up, Kirk? Hey, happy Tuesday. Can we trade day during FOMC? That's a great question. So, yes, with your evaluation account, you are able to trade your shoot, what is it called? With trade day, you are with the news. I'm sorry, you are able to trade your eval accounts. I think also with the funded accounts, you are able to as well. Just certain ones you can't. Yeah, so right here. So certain ones you cannot. So these are like the main ones where you cannot trade them. and then it tells you which products. So for example, the first 1, 2, 3, 4 news events, the news tier 1 events, the super red folder ones here, these ones you aren't like necessarily able to, and if you do, it's not going to fail you, but instead trade day will do their best to go ahead and like close out any open positions you have before, during, and right after the news for the 2 minutes pre and post, but you won't be failed for it. So you are able to trade it in a way, but not really, because trade day is going to do their best to close it out. And if you do it like like very rarely, you should be fine. But as you see here, if you do end up ignoring and you continuously try to trade during these high impact news events, then that will be breaching into their guidelines and abusing their policy. So just something to consider. So I hope that answers your question. And I guess to sum it up one more time, you can, but not very often. And if you do happen to have a position open pre, during, and post a tier 1 news event, depending on what you're trading, right? Because there's different symbols for different things. Trade day will do their best to go ahead and close out those positions for you. And if you're still in a position, like I said, as long as it's not very often, you should be fine based on this Help Center article. But if you're doing it very often and they catch wind of this pattern, then that is not going to look so good on your end. So yeah, hope that answers your question. So that's trade day, and then let's see. Hey, what's up, Bet on It guy? Oh my gosh, it's good to see you. Heck yeah, it's been a while. Kirk, I'm dead. Yeah, yeah, for sure. If anything, I would honestly send them a message if you feel very worrisome about your account on your funded account, because the last thing you want to do is get caught up in like having your account lost for whatever reason. It's always good to have it direct from their source. I'm literally reading it from the Help Center page too, so even like you could definitely show this video. You can also pull up the Help Center page, as long as you're not doing it with the pattern. Like let's say that today's your first time happening it, then I think you should be fine. But I would personally, even on my accounts, if I traded a news event, I would send them a message just to be safe. But yeah, I don't have any worry about it. I haven't heard too many people have too many issues with this. So, yeah. Okay. What else is new on the chat? And then Aiden, non-tradable news on Take Profit Trader. Let's go take a look at Take Profit Trader actually. Let's go do it together as well, just so we're all in the same page. Knowledge base, news. Here, are the rules the same? I think it's this one. News. Here we go. So, all pro accounts must be out of all positions 1 minute before, during, and after the following news things, which are these here. And then depending on what you trade, obviously every symbol is different. These are also for those that trade oil and specific. And yeah, Forex Factory, which is what we use here. So let me close this out. But yeah, so for pro accounts, and I'm assuming it's pro plus, is the same thing. You cannot trade with these news events. So yeah. Okay, let's close these guys all out. Cool. Now I think we're just going to chop a bit here. I mean, I want to... My final TP, if I was still in the trade, which I'm not, as you can tell by the screen, would be the 910. Otherwise, a push back into 50%, having a little bit of a rangy kind of day, especially after yesterday's super, super trend day. Right there. So maybe a little bit of balancing here on the 1 hour demand level, but I think, especially right now, 9:47 PST, it's lunchtime for East Coast too, for the people on the floor. So I'm not looking for any particular trades at this point. If I was, again, I want that final 910 push. Otherwise, a pullback into 50% again. Just because our EMA is up there, it's ranging. I'm not expecting anything too much, like too big.
But this 1 hour demand, that is nice. I wonder how this would look. This is a big one. This could be a good, just, what is it called? A forward testing moment to see, like, first tap into the demand zone, right? And then we wanted to close bullish. So, yeah, maybe I could do a forward testing trade on that and see how it plays out. Um, Anyone on the ES train? Yeah, that's right. You've been I remember the last time we spoke, Guy, or bet on it. I'll call you Guy. But we were talking about ES and NQ, talking about how NQ was toxic and trying to get a feel for her, all the things. Talked about YM that day as well. So how's it been for you? How's everything with you, Guy? I'm on day 3 of 75K test. Ooh, nice, Aiden. Let's go. Yeah, on the test accounts, there's no news event, or I'm sorry, news rules on the test accounts. It's only on the funded accounts, Pro or Pro Plus. So you should be good. But that's exciting. That's exciting. How's it going? Has it been smooth sailing? Has it been rocky? Has it been like as far as following your process? Has that been good? Has the market been too volatile? Okay, back to the chat. Back and forth. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Guy. Oof. I I think a lot of us can relate to the whole heartbreak situation, but I hope that overall you're doing better and that you're giving yourself some grace. Take yourself out, get some ice cream. I don't know what guys do after heartbreaks, and in general, I don't know what you do. I shouldn't even just say guys, but yeah, I don't know what you do to like cope or like to get through sad times or like hard times or mentally challenging times. But I think the best genuine and like general kind of thing I can say is just take it easy on yourself. You know, don't beat yourself up when things get hard in trading too after something like that. And I hope you find the right person for you, and I hope that you find all the happiness and all that stuff. But definitely getting your mind back right is so key. And it's hard sometimes to have to bounce back, whether it's from a heartbreak or a losing streak or not even like a girlfriend or boyfriend or something, but like just relationships, like friendships, even siblings, anything that messes with your mental. It can be hard to bounce back sometimes. So proud of you for still trying to step back into the ring and doing your thing. Not many girls can relate to a trader's lifestyle. Yeah, I find it so funny when it comes to like a trader's lifestyle because when we talk, us traders, when we talk about the come up in trading or even while we're in it really is different. It's different than what people might think it to be or see it to be until you're fully in the shoes of a trader. And I'm not trying to be dramatic. I think a lot of us can agree on this statement that being a trader is different. It's not that you have to give up your entire life to be a trader and that you have to change every single thing about you, but it just really harnesses those deep characteristics about us that we didn't maybe know was there or that we did and we didn't realize how extreme it was. We didn't realize how much time we would be spending on trying to perfect this craft. We didn't realize how much of a mental hurdle it is versus a strategy hurdle. So it's more of like I would say like a character development thing versus a strategy development thing. Obviously, strategy is important, but you get where I'm coming from. So, anyways, yeah, trader's lifestyle is so different. It's different than like a typical corporate because for corporate, you just clock in, you show up. Even if you're entry level, you learn the job and then you get better at it, then you grow. Or if you're super expert in the field that you're in for corporate, you already know what to do. So there's challenges in corporate, of course, but being a trader, it's definitely different. So yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh no, I'm sorry about that fourth payout. Was that with funding ticks? Dude, I'm so sad. I posted about the sale and I told myself, let me buy some accounts this weekend before it ends on Sunday. And I forgot to buy the accounts. So I'm waiting for the next sale to drop. But it is what it is. Maybe it was a sign for me not to get an account with them at that time just because end of September, maybe give myself a little bit of grace, save the extra cash for October's expenses instead. And maybe in a way it was meant to be that way, but I'm really sad I wasn't able to pick up some. Oh, so sad. $50 for 50K is crazy. So the next sale I'm definitely gonna have to hop on it. I literally forgot. This weekend was very interesting to say the least. So let's see. My life is just so disciplined, a lot of girls don't understand. Yeah, I feel like with being disciplined, and not even just with trading but everything else, it's such a great quality to have. I think it's a very attractive quality because it shows that you're committed to whatever you're committed to. And being disciplined is not just a lifestyle, it's a state of mind, and I think that there's a lot of benefits that can come from it. I think obviously the only, call it the con of being super disciplined, is that when you're so stuck on your routine, you're so stuck on like having your blocks for doing certain things in your life, it can be hard to adjust it accordingly. Like what you're saying, like your previous relationship or whoever you're dating may not fully understand like what it means to be committed to those time blocks, committed to the grind and the discipline of being a trader. And because of that, it could be something to consider with trying to find your next person in your life. And so that's like the only con I would say. And even not even just relationships, but your friends and your family. Obviously the right people that are supporting you, that want to be a part of your life, that get it, but don't get it, but get it, they'll still support you and they'll understand. But I think when you attach love to it, obviously with love, and speaking from a girl's perspective, like we love love, not that guys don't love love, but we definitely, maybe I shouldn't speak as, a female for the whole body of females, but I'll just say for myself that, like, we love to have some attention. We love to have quality time. We love to have, or I should say, appreciate those things and I would want those things. So definitely like that could be the whole sidebar of why things don't work out, and it's totally understandable because like I said, there's so many fish in the sea and you'll definitely find the right person for you. So yeah. Anyways, so price is still doing its thing. We do still have on this 5 minute, but we have a higher high, so I want to see this close pretty strong here. I want to see this nice strong closure. Where's the 1 minute? There we go. I want to see a nice strong closure for us to push into that 10, like right now. Literally right now. Price needs to close like right here. It needs to close, for me anyways, to like it, below 30. Horizontal line right here, about 30. If we can get that nice closure below it, maybe a retest, maybe I'll take that short trade with you guys. But that's what I would like to see. So we have 5 minutes or 4 minutes left of this 5 minute candle. And if it hits TP first, that's fine. But if it gives us a chance to enter, maybe we'll take it. Let's see. Just gonna wait. Go back to the YouTube chat, but that's let me do it here. 5 minute from the 30s, short position. Boom. We'd want it to go at 13. 1 to 1. Okay. We'll do like 31 right there. Something like that. Oh, well, that one already hit, but that's what I would like. Depending on where this closes. That's why this isn't really anywhere. I would want to see where this closes first. So we had the break of 30, but we're not getting the close of 30. Break of 30. Where we have this guy, we had the retap of this guy. So it would be there. 5 minute. There we go. Like that. So let's see. Let's see how we react here. Still 5 minute is not closing below. So, still waiting. Okay, back to the chat. Went on that whole spiel. I blew 3p on Apex and switched. So far, so good. I think problem was internal, really, with discipline. I like to do daily withdrawal. That's why I switched. 45. Oh, nice, Aiden. Dude, you're so close, halfway there. But also, I'm sorry about losing those accounts. Definitely relatable, especially with Apex. Like, I had those funded accounts right there, right there. And then just that internal discipline, that internal switch of not following my consistency just blew me out of the water. And I don't have those anymore. So, relatable to the T. But I do really like the daily withdrawal option too with take profit. So, that's really sick that you switched. And hopefully, you're able to maintain that internal discipline and continue that consistency to get to those daily payouts. 5 minute is still kind of wish-washing around that 30. Yeah, still wish-washing. Kind of wondering if we should take the step. No, it's 2.5 minutes in. That 1 minute, do we have that tap? We did. We did have that tap. Lower high. Still equal low. It's not lower lows here. 5 minute. Yeah. Let's be patient. You know what? It's better to miss the trade than to take the trade and it's not worth it. So 1 minute left here. Let's see that closure. Let's be really nice with that close below. 40 seconds. Okay. 40 seconds. Reading the chat. I really want that short. Just waiting for this 5 minute to close. Okay, let's see. What proposition plays price at the moment with the artificial preferably you recommend? Andy, great question. So I would say that with my funded futures, they have their $77 core account, no activation fee, really, really affordable. So with that one, really great bang for your buck, all around great prop firm, pays out super duper fast. I think with the cores as well, if you look at their payout feed, it's quite literally 5 minute closure. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we get that retest real quick one more time into 30. I like this. Okay, I'm gonna take that. I know maybe I should have waited actually at maybe around 31, but I'm gonna take that. And then this would be, what is this? 28. 28. Okay, 28. And then we'll just go for my 13. 13. And then this guy, we'll keep it a negative R&R for this one. So where's 13 at? Right here. Oh, 13. Okay, cool. We'll keep it a negative risk to reward on this one. Actually, you know what? We'll do a 1-to-1. We'll see how it looks like. So 44 right here, 0.5. Otherwise, we'll adjust it back to that negative risk to reward. We'll put it at 50. Yeah. So for now, we'll keep it at a 1-to-1 and then we'll adjust accordingly. Here we go. Let's see. Had that 5 minute close like I wanted. Got that quick little retest into that 30. Give it to mama. Come on. That would have been a nice little 10-point winner. Let's see. Low is at 17. Yeah, 17. So I think I might just take it off for 10 points instead. Little base hit to end the day. Winning trade back to back. I like that. I like that. Maybe if anything, I could just trail my stop tight instead. You know, it is end of day drawdown. It's not like it's trailing. Okay, there's 17. That's that full base hit there. Yeah. See, I don't want this to flip on me too much now. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take it off here. Let's see. No, 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 no. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. See, these are the internal thoughts I have in my head. Leave it as is. Leave it as is. Don't touch it. That's it. That's it. We are in the 1 hour demand. I have to be aware of that. I have to be aware of that. So we could easily bounce at any point. We could bounce. Don't be dick for a tick. But let's be smart here, right? I think if I want to reduce some of the stress on my shoulders, I can easily just go to break even. I think instead I'm going to go for that 10 points. We're going to go 1-to-1 here. Let's go for the 10 points instead. 18.75. 18.75. 10 points. That's good for me. I think at this point it's just a matter of like I could feel the emotion starting to rush a bit because I want this level so bad. If it hits it, it's fine. I don't care. I got my 10 points. I'll take that. But let's see. Give me that itch. Give me that itch and give me that 13 right now. Perfect. Okay. I got my itch. Final 10 point or 9-10 as well. Also tapped it. I got the itch. I'm done. I am so done. That is it for me today. I'm very happy. Um, I don't care that I missed out on whatever 5 points that was. And yeah, I don't care about the 5 points. That does not matter. What matters is I entered into the trade, kept it a 1-to-1, followed the plan. The only thing that adjusted was TP, but maybe see that's the working lesson though. The working lesson is the emotional part of like not moving or exiting when I did. But then the smart part is okay, like will it push down because we are in a 1 hour demand? All the things to like work through. How do you guys go through that? How do you guys work on that? Do you guys just kind of set where it needs to be set and then just let it be? Or do you guys adjust based on like what you see? Do you guys adjust based on when you have too much emotions flowing in? Like how do you guys maneuver through your trades and manage your trades? I would like to eventually get to the point where I become a bit more mechanical, where I'm not just allowing my emotions to dictate some of the trades. Like this one, I felt like I was starting to. I have the heat behind my ears, and mind you, it's only one contract. It's one contract. It's not that much, right? But I can feel the heat behind my ears, and I haven't had the heat all morning, right? It's 10 o'clock now. Been trading for about I started trading about 7:45, so about 2 hours, which I'm done trading at this point. Um, Actually, no, 8 o'clock because I made food at 7:45. So about 8 o'clock. So like now I'm starting to feel the heat behind my ears, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'd rather just take it off, be done, and not allow myself to trade with the emotions and just wherever I'm at, get the base hit, be done. There's moments where obviously it's mechanical where I'm just gonna let it be, like how earlier you saw my other two trades, it just kind of let it play out. No emotions as far as like the heat behind my ears, like the tilting feeling. So I don't know, it's just, you know, interesting. Interesting. Okay, let me go back to the chat. Let me read this most recent conversation about my question to you guys, and I'll go back up to the beginning. So, oh sweet, yo, guy, you got the same thing. I'm dead. He's the counter close. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was looking for too. Just having that lower low close was perfect. That 5 minute and then that retap into that 30. Beautiful. Dude, yeah, literally. Oh my god. Down to 10 or 5 would be right. Perfect, perfect, perfect exit on that final exit that we wanted initially from what we talked about earlier. Loved it, loved it. Oh, I didn't see your message about letting it's got good Momo. Dang it. Oh well, it's fine. You know what? We're having fun. Entertainment purposes, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what? Great trade. I'm glad that we have like our similar kind of idea of what we wanted to see play out, maybe different strategies, and it worked anyways. So love that. Great trade. Did you bank on it too, Guy? Let's see. All right. So I caught up on those. Hey, what's up, Simon? Simon N. All right, let me go back up really quick. And right, so Andy B, right back to your question. I'm sorry. My Fund of Futures, great all around cost, great prop firm, all in, like amazing $77. I think it's 5% off with a code. So it's maybe like $72. No activation fee. A second firm you can use with no activation fee for a great low cost entry is going to be Funding Ticks. Funding Ticks, they just recently had 35% off, but now it's 20% off. Still a great bang for your buck. The 50K accounts, the 50K Pro Plus, there is an option to do a lower reward cap, so it's $1,000 instead of 5,000 cap for every payout request. And with the lower payout, it's number, it's going to be about $61 now, all in. Again, no activation fees for the first month. So that's a great all-in cost. If you're looking for a budget-friendly firm that pays out, I think they paid out over 5 mil. No, that's Alpha Futures. They paid out a lot though already at this point. So yeah, third option for a great all-in cost with no activation fees is going to be Alpha Futures. They have the zero plans. So with those ones, it's going to be similar with the 50K. However, the price is 99 right now, and I think there's a 10% off discount for them, so it should be $90 all in. So that's a pretty great bang. And then obviously Tradeify, they have not only Project X now, but they have Tradeivate. They're 30% off. I believe it's about 93 or $97 all in for the growth accounts, and I like the growth personally, or the lightning funded. But if you are looking for a daily payout option, Trade Day is a great steal. There's no activation fee. It's 30% off. I use the 50K end of days. I personally love those the most because of end of day drawdown in both the eval and in the funded stage. They've been making a lot of amazing improvements where with those enhancements, you don't have to reach out to them as often for like the milestones or like activating your account. They also have Project X, and they're planning to release Rhythmic very soon for those that are Rhythmic traders. So Trade Day is a huge firm that is slept on in my opinion, and I love them. I think they're a great firm. They pay out. I've not heard of any denials. In my research, obviously do your own research too, but daily payouts, Trade Day is a great firm to go with. If you're someone that wants to have multiple live accounts and you would like to have the option of having a great all-in cost for a bigger account, the 150Ks on Take Profit Trader I think are a great deal, or the 75Ks. So that's all of my kind of firms that I think are decently priced with no activation fees, that I would recommend. And depending on, again, like what you're looking for, if it's daily payout, if it's end of day drawdown, if it's having a tiered payout system, or I should say maybe like a tiered payout reward, if it's having like 60% of your profits versus hitting a certain profit target. So those are all the ones I would recommend based on your question. Hopefully that helps, Andy. Aw, dang, Aiden. It's okay. You know what? We all get caught up in the chop. Literally. Hey, Qua. Oh my gosh, I missed your message. So, Perdia Capital, I have not personally thought about buying any accounts like recently, or like at all. Not because I don't like them. I do really like their direction, and I really do like what they're doing of putting traders, the only option is direct to funded, and then as soon as you do your direct to funded, hitting your target, you move into a live. So I think that that's a really great way of just streamlining the process for people that are ready for that big jump, and knowing exactly what you're paying for, and knowing exactly how you get paid out with no loophole, or like I should say, restrictions or things to hold you back. It's very clear cut. I really like that about Perdia. and how they really are there to kind of give traders that next level of elite success of going into a live account. But I just know that I'm not at that level to consider to pay, a lump sum of that much money and then go into a live. Right now, I'm been really enjoying like scaling with prop firms and doing my thing with prop firms, with the sim funded route for now. And plus, I'm using my own personal live account at this point too. So yeah, So I hope that answers your question. But I do think they're a great firm, great mission, great CEO, and a great platform to like support traders that are ready to take that jump. I'm just not ready for it yet. Guy, gym, study, take care of family stuff, cook, watch sports, play with my dog. Simple guy. Simple guy. Oh, and gaming. Love that for you. Simple, simple guy. Can't go wrong with those things. So, but I do hope you are able to find someone that can connect and understand that your life is the way it is. And of course, you're going to make time and love them and do all the things for them. But your structure is your structure. And that's always important to have those boundaries as well. Okay, so let's catch up in the most recent chat now. Really happy that we're ending the day up 612. Caught some really nice trades together. I'm very happy for it. So, really awesome. Simon N. Was it a wick fill? Just got here. So, it was a support resistance fill, or I shouldn't say fill, support resistance kind of play that I wanted to take. Here on the 5 minute, we had this support, and then we had a break of that support, that trade that we were in previously when we first hopped into stream. Then we broke back above it. And at this point, we were retesting the crap out of this support right here. At the same time, we're at this 1 hour demand. And I wanted to see personally how we were going to react in this level, this 1 hour demand. Still kind of, I'll say, hesitant of having shorts just because we are in the demand zone. However, I really liked the way that our 5 minute bearish trend was following suit. The 1 minute was also following suit. And we are like having this rejection to go lower. So as soon as we had that closure below this support level that I wanted personally, from here it was like, okay, like the new candle opened. I just want to see if we can have a retap of this zone right here, because it's not a specific number that we're looking for. It's just a zone. So it's more like this zone, this retap of this zone right here. So between 35 and 30, I want to see a retap and see how we kind of react to it. So the moment we had that sweep up into that 30 that I wanted initially, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to hesitate on this one. Normally I hesitate on stream, if as you've seen in past streams, but I didn't want to hesitate today. I just wanted to go for it. And regardless of what was going to happen, I knew what my risk was. I knew my 1-to-1. Let's just go for it. So that's why I entered into the trade. Support and resistance, very simple. Break and retest, if you will. And then following the Momo down for a 1-to-1. And then earlier this morning too, I had that TP at 910 I really wanted, which we did get, but I allowed the tilt, the heat behind my ears dictate that, hey, you know what? I'd rather just get out of this thing right now because I just don't feel mentally, or I should say emotionally clean slated to take the trade all the way through. And I'm very comfortable with the base hit and just call it a day. And I moved my stop loss lower too. I rather just take the 1-to-1 on that case. Even if I lose, whatever I lost, it was only 10 points of a loss or 10 point of a winner, and that's fine. So that's the context behind the trade, and then the reasoning for like the move of the trades and stuff too. All right. What's up, Simon Panda? Oh my god, we got 2 Simons in here. Let's freaking go. I love when both of the Simons are in here. It's actually so fun. And then I noticed the 2 Simons, Simon P, Simon N, and then we have Guy that comes in. Crazy. These are like the norms. These are my normies. And then Qua, obviously. I talk crap to the computer and really listens to me. I love that. When I'm off stream, like I kid you not, I just be talking. I just be yapping, 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 talking crap or talking to myself or I'm singing. I've been really into singing, Building the Band, if you guys have heard of them. But Building the Band, such a great show on Netflix and such great artists. Ah, freaking, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I've watched Building the Band, the series, I don't know how many times. And I don't know how many YouTube videos I've seen of the bands too. Obsessed. Simon, I go with the bracket and then adjust my stop to where it makes sense. TP usually I'll take near the next resistance point. But having a rough go at it lately, so trying to take it slower. I really like your bracket order idea. I wish that Tradeovate had that when it comes to group orders, but unfortunately with group trading, copy trading, there's no ATM, so it's all manual. Like you enter and exit based on where you put it and stuff. So that is a bummer. I hope that they can update that in due time. But I do really like your system with going with the bracket and then adjusting as needed. I like to do that as well with Project X because with Project X you can copy trade and still have the whole ATM bracket order situation. So I do adjust it like that as well. It's so much better. So much better. But I feel you. Like the market's been very interesting and with all-time highs we were just pumping and pumping, so I found that using supply and demand on the higher time frame, like I didn't have anything personally that I can use, so I was scaling down a lot towards like the lower time frame kind of playbook and support and resistance playbook, and it's just been a lot better for me, a lot more cleaner for me. So I've been enjoying that a lot more. So here we are coming down into this 1 hour demand. Let's see if we can come for 897. There's a 1 hour liquidity here at 897.25. Let's see if we can get that. This is a little demand here too. And then we have this previous kind of area right here that we have to consider as well. And that also happens to be a 4 hour liquidity level too. So, like all that right there. Okay. But yeah, Simon, definitely been nice to take it slower for sure. It's really great that you're self-aware to know when it's time to take it slow. Guy looking for 5, but then I noticed there's a little zone 10 to 5, so I just took it at 11. Dude, nice. Heck yeah. And then look, yeah, there's your 5 pushing right through it. Like it's so beautiful when the idea works out. So beautiful. And you know, it feels nice because I don't feel any FOMO. I don't feel like I messed up by taking off my position or anything like that. I feel genuinely very proud that I'm done trading the moment I felt the tilt behind my ears, because for me that's more of a W, because I if I continue to trade through the heat of the tilt that I was feeling, I think I could have done more damage than good. Especially like with the swing it was just having between this level, like I think there's 897, there's that final 1 hour liquidity that we just pushed through, so that's been taken. So now at this point, you know, may the odds be ever in your favor wherever you're trading. You know, we could definitely push back into this little gap right here between 888 and 890. And then we have this demand down here at 872 through 859. Which, let me actually mark that. I didn't mark that. Am I marked? No, it's this one. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we'll just put this for today only. We'll do it until 1:45 or 3 o'clock. Okay, cool. Beautiful. Nice. Really happy with that. We had some nice trades back to back, some wins today on stream. Freaking awesome. Love that. Um, Guy, produce straight to funded. I think it is. I could have swore that it's a straight to funded. Here we go. The last time I checked. Yeah, right here. So straight to funding in minutes. Funded in 3 minutes. So yeah, you purchase a sim funded account, then you meet the profit target with respect to the rules and everything, and then you get moved into a live account right away. So pretty cool. But yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I don't think I'm at that level to pay this much money for a 100K account, and then you know, I just don't think I'm there yet. But I do like the straight to sim funded options, but I do like me a nice discount. So like with Tradeify or with TickTick, Lucid Trading, they have some really great deals. So yeah, I think I would prefer a little bit more affordable for me before I put a bigger lump sum in. Oh, Simon, nice. I think you're the first person I've ever met that really enjoys wealth charts like that. So that's great that you like that platform. I tried it out for myself in the beginning for the beta, and I just wasn't the biggest fan for it at the time. I still prefer Tradeovate over it or even Project X. But I do like the features they offer on wealth charts, from the news to the consistency rule to clearly laying out everything. It's similar to Project X in that way, where I think they have really great features, but I think the layout and the user interface is more simple for me on Project X. That's why. All right. Oh, Qua, insane value, 60% off first time users? Dude, that low key, that's really great to know. Let's take a look again one more time. That's great. Here we go. So 849. Let's do 849 times 60% minus 849. 300. Oh, wow. Oh, what happened to my number? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we'll do 840. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll do 849 times 40%. So $339. That's, wow, that's pretty good. 339. Yeah, so you reach 3,000 for your first payout and then no requirements after that. Let's do a little bit of research together, guys, because I'm intrigued a bit more, especially with that kind of deal. That's pretty solid. One-time fee, as we know. End of day, no daily loss limit. Benchmarks before moving to a live. So here's the live account. Or wait, let's see. Here, payouts and profit split. To qualify for a live funded account, we would need $3,000 profit, no cap on withdrawals ever, available drawdown. General rule of thumb, recommend not to withdraw more than 50%. So plus 100. Okay. Cool. Wow, it's pretty straightforward. What is temporary sim funded account? Oh, a bridge between straight sim funded and the. Oh, this is cool. This is new. I don't know if I saw this last time. It's a new sim funded account between your first purchase sim funded account and then your live funded. Total profit cap of 10K. Starting balance of your temp is 3. You can earn up to 7K in additional profits to reach the 10K cap. And then your live funded would start at a balance of 10K. If you choose to take 2K in payouts during this period, the max amount transferable to your live funded would be reduced to 8,000. Oh, okay, got it. Because your 10,000, no matter what, it's your cap. The balance of your temporary one is carried into your live. So it's basically like a straight to sim funded, then you move into another straight to sim funded before you moved into a live funded. They probably want this middle ground because they don't want like traders to go directly into a live funded to blow more accounts. Is putting them in another sim funded account is like a preparation to see like are they truly ready for the live funded, because obviously live funded is real money that they put into the broker account for you to use. So that makes sense. This one is very similar to top one. I was in that whole situation with them, and I don't even want to get into it. But yeah, okay, so that's it. Wow, so you get to get paid out right away, essentially. Oh, here, payouts. No payouts allowed in the sim funded account. So it's not the first sim funded account you purchase, but when you're moving to the pre live account, the second sim funded account, that's when you could take payouts. And then obviously when you move into your live is when you could take it. So I'm guessing that once you make the $3,000 profit target with respect to the other rules, then you moved into the bridge account. So sim phase or sim funded number two. And then with that 3,000 that you just made, I'm assuming then you can take some money from that and then grow it to the max live of the 10K before you move whatever you have left in your second account into the live account at a 90-10 split instead. Interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There it goes. All right. Crazy. So that 1 hour has been broken through. Wow. Right into that 15-minute demand below, retesting this previous breakout resistance level. Nice. Okay. Well, there you have it. Whoever took shorts all morning, congratulations. Insanity. Insanity. Ever since that rejection of that 50%, we've just been doing its thing, going lower. You know what? No FOMOing for me. No FOMOing for me. I want this, but I won't take it. I want it, but I won't take it. Crazy. Holy crap. All right, I'm probably going to be ending the stream here in the next few minutes. Let me finish up on the rest of the chat. If you guys have any more commentary or questions or all the things. Mahima Rana, great question. Does your emotions go high during that time of month? And if yes, how do you cope? Feel like it impacts? Well, hi, fellow female trader. Love that. So, yes, 100%. During my cycle, my Shark Week, my time of the month, it 150,000% does go more volatile. My emotions are definitely just more everywhere. I feel it a lot more the week prior leading up to my Shark Week. And during that time frame, like that's my moment to recognize, hey, I'm crying for no reason, or hey, I'm feeling angry for no reason, or I'm feeling whatever for no reason, or for something little. If I feel that, then like yeah, it's coming. Normally, I have not like a normal cycle where like every month it's the same time. For a while, like throughout my life, it was always abnormal. So I wouldn't have it the same time every month. So coming into trading, it was definitely hard to know when my monthly was going to come. And it was hard to adjust because of how abnormal it was. So then this past year, it's been a lot better where I've been able to get more on a normalized cycle. So almost around the same time every month is when I'm starting to get it, and that's been helping me a lot more with recognizing, hey, my symptoms are here. Hey, it's that date. It's almost around the corner. I should expect for X, Y, and Z to happen. And so, with that being said, from there, I've been much more better at like pulling back with trading. Before, for many months, talked about it on YouTube, many months, I struggled. I would still go full on into my trading like I normally would, like I would today. Like any normal day, I would go full all in, doesn't matter. And obviously, as every trader knows, when you go full on in and you have bad emotions or volatile emotions, it's going to mess you up even more. So going all in like on a normal day, but doing it on my Shark Week messed me up. So now that things have been a bit more like stable and a bit more consistent with my Shark Week, I've been able to pull back. I haven't been, trying to find an excuse to leverage into a trade. I haven't been doing all of my accounts. Sometimes I'll do one account this day, I'll do account that day. So I've been slowly taking those baby steps to adjusting. It's taking me some time to get to this place, honestly. Again, you can go back on my YouTube. You can see all the times I've talked about Shark Week and all the times I've messed up from it and not adjusting accordingly. So it's definitely been baby steps. I am the type of person where there has to be a lot of trials and tribulations. Unfortunately, that's how I am. There's a lot of moments where I have to put my hand on the hot stove for me to learn the lesson. I wish I wasn't that way, but I am. And that's how it's been for my trading journey. For other things in life, obviously pick up a lot faster. I don't know why that is. I think it's a lot of it's related to psychology, a lot of it's related to just being stubborn, a lot of it's related to just the growth, the growth and the pains, the growing pains in trading that I know a lot of people can relate to. But yeah. So, and then I guess to get more into how I've been coping with the emotional part and like dealing with it outside of scaling back on position sizing, scaling back on how many accounts I'm trading per day, scaling back in general with the amount of time I'm trading during my Shark Week. Outside of that, the way I've been coping with my emotions is honestly watching TV shows, listening to a lot of music. Like I said, I've been really obsessed with Building the Man on Netflix, so that's been really, really fun. I play video games. I've been putting a lot more time into video games because, funny enough, like my friends in real life, um, we are we've just been playing a lot more games. We have game nights now, and it's been growing a bit more. So it used to only be Tuesdays. Now it's Tuesday, Wednesdays. Now sometimes it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturdays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sundays. My sister and her husband just recently got into gaming, the same gaming video game as me, because they used to play, or they still play League of Legends. I don't play that. But they just recently got back into first person shooter. So I'm like, of course, like I'll play with you. So that's been on Friday nights. That's been nice. I also spend time with, people in my life too. Because of my surgery, I have not been going to the gym. I'm not allowed to, per my doctor's note. But within the next week, I should be able to start working out again. And that's going to be a huge thing that helps with coping with my emotions. In the middle of my trading session, when I'm really, really mad, I have a little punching bag and I'll just hit my little punching bag right here. It's cheap. It was like $20 on Amazon at the time. So there's a lot of little things that they're not really little actually. It's pretty much my normal life that I would do these things and make sure that I do these things, because the second that I'm not doing these things that make chess, then all I am is just a trader that is just stuck on the charts, and I'm dependent on the charts, and call me an addict, whatever, I don't care. Like I'm just a trader then. I'm not who I was before being a trader. And that's why I always preach about balance, and I'll do other things outside of trading, having multiple income sources, all the things. But in essence, like having all these other things to help me with balancing out those emotions during that time frame is so, so key. So if you can find a hobby or a passion project, or just doing little knickknacks in between, like pushing or hitting a punching bag or playing the guitar. I bought a guitar, so I'm going to try to teach myself how to play guitar. I used to journal very heavy. I've since then pulled back. So, like journaling, there's all these little things you can do in between, like your 15-minute sets. Or if you have a longer time frame, right, go hang out with your sister, your brother, your parents, your friends, go play video games, like all these other bigger things that you can do. And that's what I do to cope with the emotions in and outside of trading. And I hope that helps with answering your question. Dude, this is insanity. Sorry, real quick, going back to the charts, like, what the helly? What the heliante? We're literally going for this 4 hour liquidity at 8:55. I mean, the second we retest that 90 right up here. Oh no, we only retested 80. But there it is. That sweep right into that 4 hour insanity. We had that chop chop, and we're now having that full trend bearish day down is insanity to me. Oh my gosh. Again, congratulations to all of those traders that took the short. First tap into our 1 hour demand worked. Now we are broken through. If we ever want to come back up into it, it'd have to be a retest to see if we can break above this previous support. But wow, 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 wow. Congratulations to all the traders. We could have hit 50% of this account already today. Oh my god. Wow. That's crazy. We only took this little piece of the pie. Now I'm starting to feel a bit of that FOMO, a little bit of that, a little of that emotion of what the helly. Crazy. Okay. All right. Yeah, guy, exactly for Perdia, what you said. Basically go one phase to the second phase before you get to alive. Hmm. Yeah, honestly, that it really tanked. It literally is giving back everything from yesterday. I know we have a daily somewhere here. I think I marked it. I thought we had a gap somewhere. Did we not? Did I not mark that gap? Was it the weekly? Oh wow, no, pff, I'm crazy. It's all the way down here. Yeah, I don't know if we're ever gonna get to this, but crazy. I haven't done any charting. We should probably do some charting together since we're done trading for today. I mean, like, can we get into a position? Is there gonna be maybe like a move up first to retest? You know, like can we have an opportunity to enter? I don't know. At this point, like I'm not seeing anything. We do have this 5 minute. Let's see if there's any opportunity for us, right? Just to see. We do have this 5 minute basing right here. Oh, yeah, 5 minute basing. Let me fix this. Okay, there we go. 5 minute basing there. We have a 15 minute that we broke through. It would be here for support. This is where we would need support. Around 800s, basically. So, we've already broken through this. Yeah, this would be our support and resistance right here. I know this looks crazy. Let me adjust it. This is a basing candle. We'll M5. Crazy. Yeah, that's 50% of that basing as well. No, let's not do it. I don't want to look like a fool on stream. To just like YOLO in. Even though I like this support and resistance down here. Let's just not do that. Alright. Yeah, guy, good call. You called it after lunch that it was gonna tank, and there it goes. I'm kind of the same way. I've gotten better this past year. That's great. See, like, it's nice. It's hard to see it in the moment. I have a lot of moments, sadly to say, but I have a lot of moments where I'm in the moment short term and I'm like, dude, I had no progress. I'm doing worse and worse and worse. And then you kind of like have to look back a little bit and like recognize, hey, they're growing pains, and at the same time, like you have to remember where you started, you know? So, okay, there we go. Let's see if we get how we react around this 800 level. I'm not sure if it'll be worth the trade, but I would like to see. I would like to see how we kind of react here. Let's see if there's any position for us to take around here. Alright. I think we could take maybe a stab long for a potential move. We're going to wait for it just to see first. Oopsies. Let me go over here. Okay, there's that support slash resistance. I don't want to just enter right away. So maybe if we can get a pull like into 806 or 800. 806, 800. We could take 806 or 800, see how we react there. Because we have this basing candle right here. So I want to see how we kind of react around here. Maybe if we could take a step long. Depending on how we react, okay? That's what I want to see. Depending on how we react. We also have this H1 level at 792. Oops, where's my thing? There she is. Okay, cool. Just gonna watch it for now. Yeah, let's see. Okay, here's 799. Are we gonna push into 79? There's 792. There's our H1. I don't want to catch a falling knife. Let's see how we kind of close around here before we do anything too crazy. Okay, we're still waiting. Nothing. Tanking. Full on tank. Okay, let's see that 90. Okay, there's that 90. There's that 90. I like that 90 push. I think I'm going to take the stab long here. Okay, I like that. So where do we enter? 802. Maybe we'll go for 10 points. Yep, 10 points. Beautiful. No drawdown on that trade as well. Nice little 10 pointer. Beautiful. I wish I got in obviously around this H1, but I wanted to make sure that we had that push into support and resistance. I didn't want to just long it just because we tapped into it. I wanted to see a reaction. And we had a nice 5-minute sweep reaction of the 5, of the demand, and of the support and slash resistance. So perfect. I'll take that. Done for sure today. I'm happy with that that 10-point winner. Gorgeous. All right. So we've had quite a few wins on stream today. Started off the morning red, as I explained earlier, and then came into stream. And since then, we've been able to just bank trade after trade after trade. I think we've had 3 winning trades on stream, or 4. I can't recall. So that's awesome. Heck yeah. Again, congrats to all the people that were able to short that and take a nice big chunk of that win. Congrats to those who were able to take that bounce with me. In any case, freaking awesome. I didn't even need that little risk to reward tool. Awesome. Okay. Woohoo! I freaking love trades like that. It's so quick. No drawdown, 10 points. I'll take it. All right. Where we at? Guy. Gamer nights. Yeah. No, I play I don't play Xbox. I play PlayStation 5. I'm a PS5 girly. Call of Duty all the way. But yeah, Battlefield, dude, I think beta came out, right, for BOS or Battlefield 6. My my friend, he ended up getting it and he was like trying to play it, but I think it might be his Wi-Fi or I'm not sure what it was, but he said he couldn't play it when he got the beta. So I'm like, "Oh, that sucks." But in any case, yeah, I'm a PS5 girly, play Call of Duty. I've been into zombies lately. I think I'm actually going to play after this. I do want to record a little bit of content actually, so I'm going to like have a little bit of a snack, get myself prepared, and probably do some recording. But yeah. um Dang, nice guy. Oh my gosh, up 900 from the shorts. Good for you, dude. Love that. Love, love, love that. Good wins today, guys. Good wins today. Simon Panda, what funded features do you like the most besides Apex? Do you find it hard to juggle or better for payouts overall? Great question. So, for funded futures or futures prop firms, besides Apex, I have like different ones for different reasons. But I will say very confidently that my funded futures is a goat. Like they're one of my favorite, if not my favorite firm, because of just the all-in costs, the great customer service, the evolution that, or not the evolution, I'm sorry, the evolutionary changes they've made within their firm to like listen to customer feedback and trying to always offer the best thing, all the resources that they provide. It's just a really great firm. So I really like my funded futures. Tradeify has only been around for a little over a year and they've been absolutely killing it. Big fan, and especially that they have Project X. I'm just not over it. Love Project X and I love Tradeivate and I love Tradeify. So those two firms for sure I really like. And then Trade Day, I've been huge on them this past year. I've traded them before. You can see on my YouTube, but with all of the recent changes, again, as you can tell, I'm really all for trying to have like the best resources for traders and making sure that it's a firm that I would want to trade with based on like what they have to offer, from the customer support to the platforms to the rules, all the things. And so I feel like with Trade Day, they've made some huge strides in not only providing Project X, but also with having more updated automatic features to make it less taxing on the trader have to reach out all the time. They are starting to incorporate more multiple accounts. They've always had daily payouts, so that even puts a little bit more icing on the cake. So those 3 firms for sure is just amazing. And then I do have other firms as well that I'm a huge fan of that I didn't list, but I'll still say them anyways. It's going to be Take Profit, daily payouts, of course, 5 live accounts, They just have one of the best live programs out there, so really, really great. And then if you do like having Project X, and you do like having either a payout tiered system, if you like having the option for bigger drawdown availability, Alpha Futures is huge right now. They have no activation fees on the advanced accounts. Love Alpha. A lot of people are starting to jump on board with Alpha too, with the same kind of mindset that they are just growing and really, really having a great payout system on top of the drawdown availability. Like, you can't go wrong there. And they haven't pulled any rugs, they haven't changed rules like that, they haven't denied payouts for any silly reasons. Like, they're really, really great. And then we have, oh my gosh, slipping on the tip of my tongue. Literally slipping at the tip of my tongue. Shoot. I'm so sorry. Funding ticks. There we go. Funding ticks. They have not denied any payouts. They've been crushing it with the changes they made with their program from the 200K SIM cap. Not a lot of people will be able to get there. I have not even gotten close to getting there. I haven't even taken a payout with them. But the fact that they've already increased and like higher the bar with their program, on top of giving more affordable plans for those that are more budget conscious, like the 50K account for $61 at this point, you can't go wrong. So really a lot of great firms out there, and that's why I have different firms for different reasons. Lucid, you get a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to their direct accounts, when it comes to their test accounts. They pay out freaking quick. They have Project X, and they've only been around for, I think, about 5 months, I'll say, maybe 6 months. So just insanity. How many firms there are out there, and all the great benefits that they have. It's just a great time to be alive, to be a trader. Dang, look at that. Honestly, if I had just held that trade, this is me just talking about it. I'm not going to re-enter, but I entered around 8:02, quite literally at the close of this candle. I took it for 10 points. You guys saw me exit around 8:12. 10 points. We would have had a little bit of heat about 10 points. But at this point, like, we are just kind of doing its thing. It's respecting this demand zone, it's respecting support and resistance, and it's coming back into this basing candle, which is no longer applicable. But that's great. That's incredible. So this is our first, is this our second tap or first tap into the 2 hour? Oh, this is our second tap. So that in itself should have been reason for me to stay longer in this trade if I had paid attention that this was a 2 hour tap. Because as you guys know, my supply and demand book playbook that I use, first or second tap into a zone, take that position, and in this case, however, I'm also glad that I didn't, because it's hindsight. And then second of all, we had that first tap into this 1 hour, and we obviously rejected right through it. So, it's what ifs and could ifs. So, hey, took my 10 points. I'm up 800 on the day. What more can I ask for? Followed my rules, followed price action. It's a winning day for me overall. Can't win. I mean, can't lose. Can't lose. And I'm hoping that a lot of you guys were able to bang together with me too. Entertainment purposes only, but you know what I mean? So, but yeah, Simon P., I hope that answers your questions. And oh, your second one was better for payouts overall. Depending on the kind of trader you are, if you are a trader that likes consistency rules to make sure that you are aligned with what it takes to get a payout, to make sure that you are strict with your trades and with your risk so that you don't mess it up because you have a certain percentage that you have to respect. Tradeify's Lightning funded, straight to sim funded, beautiful. They have a new one where it is dynamic, so it gives you more consistency as you hit the higher levels of the profit targets and whatnot. You have consistency with my funded futures on the eval side only, but even then, like, it's still something that is helpful and it's still great all-in cost. And then you said outside of Apex, but Apex obviously has 30% consistency. But yeah, and then Trade Days eval only has consistency, and you can pass within 5 days now, which is huge. As far as without consistency, if you're someone that just wants to or is able to go for bigger winners, can take out higher amounts of capital and whatnot, then the best all-in cost, I would say, and also great for just payouts overall without having that consistency and just kind of make as much as you want, I would say it would be, again, my funded futures. They have the pro accounts, which were similar to expert, really great. And then you have, and it's buy one, get one 25% off right now too, so that's huge. Then you have take profit trader, 40% off, no activation fee. And the payout policy is quite simple. You just make the buffer, and then you can take payouts above and within the buffer. But obviously, if you take within the buffer, you get less profit split, and it's not worth it. I think it's better to keep it above buffer, in my personal opinion. I think, yeah, yeah. I think you can even 50. It's like 50% of what you can take from the buffer too. So, anywho, yeah, those two great for payout wise, and the other firms are good for consistency. Yeah, dude, this is super weak. I don't know why it's so weak, but I'm thankful for my small win. That was so quick. Oh, no foreign. Darn, I'm sorry about that, my friend. Is there a reason why you decided to enter when you did? Kokoda. That's a cool name. Very weak. I go for scalp reversal. It's just, ugh, I feel that. Yeah, it's 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 definitely interesting watching this price action. I don't know what news happened besides Powell speaking earlier, but yeah, like this has been insanity. I'm a huge person when it comes to scalping and reversals as well. I like to have plays off of my levels. So I'm really thankful that today I respected the way that I handled my levels and that I waited genuinely. Like I've been much better at waiting for candles to close. Typically, I like to be on the 1 minute. I'm like, dude, let me get in, let me get out, let me get in, let me get out. But I've been a little bit better at following the 5 minute, especially with like supply and demand zone like taps. It's been really nice to have a full candle closure and then just letting it play out. It has been forcing me to also reduce size. And a great example of that was this one right here. It's nothing pretty. It's a 1-to-1. It's only 19 points. But with this one, it forced me to kind of wait to see, like, hey, we have a 5 minute demand or supply. Like, let me see it tap into it. Obviously, this first one right here would have been much, much better. Boom, that one. And then a 1-to-1. This would have been better as far as it's the first tap into it, so it's more safer. But, and we already hit TP. But because obviously I didn't catch that first one, I caught the second one here. But still, it's like waiting for that candle closure and making sure I have things aligned to get into the trade. So, a big fan as well, Kokoda, with the reversals and the scalps. And that's exactly what I did. It's just a scalp. Obviously, it's following trend though. But in any case, it's scary when you have crazy volatile price action like this, where you think it's going to move to your X target, but in reality, it only moves to half of it. And you either never get a position, you start to feel FOMO, or you are just not able to really participate in something that you want to participate in. So it can get very frustrating, and I feel you on that. I feel like at this point, not going to lie, this entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. I think this would be a great place to like long, no cap. Like I think this is a great place to kind of go long. But it's very weak. So anything can happen, anything can happen. I mean, this is asking for a lot. 80 points on a day like this. It's asking for a lot. But I think we would first need to see a full strong closure above support and resistance showing that we are holding strong, and then maybe pushing back into like this resistance area around 60. So like this, could even do like a 1-to-1. Like I don't know. This is me just speaking out loud, entertainment purposes only. But depending on how we close here. Oh my gosh, why is this so ugly? There we go. But I'm not taking it. I am not taking it. This is a forward test only. I am not taking it. Depends on how we close here too. It needs to be strong. Genuinely. If this is supposed to be a 5 minute demand off of support and resistance, off of the H1 level, off of demand down here too, we would need to have a nice green candle closure, or blue candle in my case. So, yeah, maybe like this. Just gonna leave it right there. But anyways, back to the chat. mm, do, 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 do. So I'm just catching up right now on the chat and looking back on the price action now. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is pretty cool right here. Just a push back up into the 55s. Like genuinely. Let me look at the fib real quick too. If anyone took this trade, good for you, honestly. Okay, 50 is a 38 mark. Let me see if I can reverse this. Reverse. Yeah, 50 mark. 54 is a 70.7% area. Higher low. Let's see if we can get a higher high. Push right into 55. You know you can do it. Or 50. We can move stops to probably here. And then if I wanted to reduce to 50 now, I could do that because stop is tighter. Like that. So 1 to 2. Really, really cool stuff here. If it comes back, I don't know if I would enter it though, because then it would be breaking the 1 minute structure. But in any case, yeah, no, I'm gonna stay on the 5. Forward testing right now, since we had a nice winning day together already. Great trades today, guys. Great trades. And Kokoda, nice. I'm glad you're able to take that base hit. Let's go. Let's go. Congrats. Oh, it seems like we're having a pretty intense conversation here. Yeah, honestly, I think it's nice that we can banter back and forth, and that like we're able to have these conversations about trying to hold each other accountable, but at the same time, like speaking your truth about what you think is happening. No one's forced to take any trades, no one's forced to listen to anyone's ideas. But it is nice that we can have these conversations and just, being like nice to one another, and being able to have respect in our conversations. So as long as we keep it friendly and keep it cool, it's all good, guys. It's all good. But yeah, is this gonna be? That's a lower 1 minute. So let's see. I don't know if this trend's gonna hold. It is a 1 minute, but what I would like to see is a 5. Strong close of the 5. Or 15, which is not bad. Is this, what was 50% of this guy? Move this. Boop, boop, boop. 8. Where is it? Oh, here it is. 330. 330 is the 50% mark. So we did close right above it on the first few candles, but yeah, at this point, I'm glad that I'm not in any more trades, because I don't know if we're going to consolidate around our previous support, previous resistance. If we're going to tap back into demand zone, it could definitely pull back lower before it pushes higher. And yeah, I'm glad I also took a trade after the heat behind my ears was gone, no tilt. So there we go. Okay. Oh, thank you, Kokona, for being a member of the channel support, and I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, guy. Definitely not gonna donate any money to the market today. I am all good. All good here. Keeping that green. Simon Panda, most gaming on PC though is a crap platform should host it. Dude, that'd be sick. High key, right? A little zombies cross platform type of vibe. What do you play besides zombies, Panda? And for zombies, are you a fan of like the OG, like Black Ops 1, 2, or Black Ops 1 and 3, how they had the remake? I've been playing recently the new zombies on Black Ops 6, and surprisingly, I like it. Like, I've been really enjoying it. I've been really hooked on to Warzone. I like Resurgence. So I normally play that, but me and my friends got to a point where we are just playing it enough times, and this one night we just had back-to-back dubs, like so many. We're like, dude, this is getting repetitive. So like, okay, let's do something different. We played zombies. Like, dude, this is fun. And mind you, like I'm a huge fan of the OG maps, so it was nice to like have something different, and be surprisingly enjoyed by it. Yay, Kokoda, congratulations, guys. W's in the chat for Kokoda. Kokoda is into the Blue Sky Sim funded account, now eligible for those daily freaking payouts. Let's go. I'm so happy for you. Nothing beats the feeling of becoming funded and being able to like start taking payouts, especially daily payouts. Ah, what a great feeling. All right, well, I'm gonna take this off. It's pretty much back to breathing. Should we do a demo trade? No, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm chilling, chilling, chilling. I don't need anything. So, he's giving 50 points on a Tuesday. Dude, seriously, what is going on with price right now? What's up, Kevin? Hey, thanks for coming in. Happy Tuesday. Oh my gosh, I said I was going to stream for only 5 more minutes 30 minutes ago. It's already been 2 hours. It's crazy to me. We have so many people in the stream today, too. Wow. Thank you, everyone, for coming in today. I'm actually shaking. Gonna take a break now, knowing I'm going to daily payouts. We'll chill and chat, though. Oh, yeah. Dude, good for you, Kokoda. Dude, having that restraint as a trader is so hard. It's so hard. And see, that's like a key thing that I struggle with. But manifesting it, talking about it now, it's been better. It's been a little bit better, a little bit. At least on the funded accounts. On my eval accounts, I've been a little bit more wishy-washy, better than before. But on the funded accounts, it's been better about like knowing when to stop. Learned my lesson from a couple weeks ago for sure. So, but yeah, good for you and thank you. I don't know how you look, Kokoda, but I'm sure you look very pretty too. or or handsome or whatever adjective is nice because I don't know what you prefer, but yeah, appreciate you. Not with my scar on my head. I don't think I'd be looking pretty anymore, honestly. Self confidence is not all the way there, to be fair. And I haven't been gymming because of my accident, per doctor's note. So I'm just. I will say one last thing about that, too. Two things. I have been able to start eating solid food. W's in the chat for that. So that's been really nice because it's been a freaking struggle not being able to eat regular food. So finally, this past Wednesday, I was able to get the approval from my doctor to start eating soft foods. So far I've been eating everything except for really hard chips like nacho chips and steak. I can't have steak yet because it's like thick and sometimes it could be chewy or it's just dense. Same thing for bread, like bagels. I can't have that because it's a little bit harder, even if you toast it. Crunchy garlic, I've learned that I can't have that either. So, yeah, there's a few things I still cannot have, but I've been able to start eating and it's been nice. I will openly admit that I lost roughly between like 10 to 14 pounds within the 5.5 weeks of so my appointment was on Wednesday. That's 5.5 weeks. This past Sunday was 6 weeks, but I was already eating for the past few days. So I lost about 10 to 14 pounds. It's the reason why I arrange is because I don't know if my scale is broken. I'm pretty sure it's broken. And so my weight before I got my surgery was like anywhere between like 136 to 140. And so when I weighed myself before my last appointment, I was weighing anywhere between 125 and 128. So 10 to 14 pounds, because again, scale is broken by like 2 pounds. I had some other people test out my scale and then they also went to the doctors and it's like off by about 2 pounds. So I give myself a little bit of that wiggle room. So yeah, I lost quite a bit of weight, not with intent, obviously. So being able to eat again has been nice, and gonna start hitting the gym within next week or so. Lightweight. I can't do anything crazy still, so it's still a very gradual process. But I'm very, very happy that things are getting better. The next thing that I need to continue to build on is my self confidence. Obviously, when I start to eat more, I'll gain a bit more weight. I'll go to the gym. I'll feel more better in my skin, and then the other part of my skin is just actually working on the scar themselves. So yeah, yeah, it's been interesting. But yeah, that's the update I wanted to give you guys. And I'm gonna include it. I haven't recorded the update on my life yet because I wanted to see what the doctor said and know where I wanted to go moving forward. So I will be recording that. Like I said earlier, I was gonna do content after this. I'm probably gonna record that after this stream. So yeah, it's been interesting. So yeah, anyways, I don't know why I went on that rant, but I wanted to give you guys the update. So, um, Kokoda, yeah, I hope BO7 Zombies is good. I didn't pre-order it, to be fair, because I haven't even taken the time to look at the trailer. I don't even know what it's about. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see if there's like a beta that comes out. Then I'll give it a test try, or maybe I'll probably watch like some gameplay from other people. But yeah, I miss the OG zombies for sure. Um, Games on your phone. Dude, Transit BO2 classic. Oh my gosh. That was a good one. That was a good one. I used to hang out where I think it was where Juggernaut was, where the bus, like the second part of the map, and there's like lava where the pack-a-punch is. That used to be my spot. But what kind of phone games do you play? Mm, yeah, it looks like NQ's like wanting to test to come a bit lower here, but hmm, could definitely tap back into demand. But if we can hold this support level, I would love to see it come back into 55 at least still 50 to 55. But yeah, um, yeah, W's solid food's so good. Yeah, my favorite thing I've had the last few days was aguachiles. So freaking good. There's this food truck not too far from my house, maybe about like 12 minutes, 10 minutes. And I recently came across them before my accident, funny enough. And it's super spicy, and I love a good freaking kick of spice. So I killed it. I killed it. It was so good. And then I would say I had something else that hit the other day, but I don't remember. Oh my gosh. That's how you know the agua chile just hit different. Um, Simon N. I come from SNR background. What SNR video can you suggest for your particular SNR style? So, to be fair, my SNR style comes from a mix of like discussion and experience in the markets myself, and then also from those random videos that I've come across throughout my trading. There was not any one particular person that throughout my whole trading has really influenced the way I trade. It was, if you look at support and resistance, you'll see a bunch of random people just talking about it, saying like, "Hey, here's a box here. If there's a break in the retest, you just take it, or if there's a break, you just take it." So it was kind of that. However, I will say, Simon, that oh my gosh, my computer's dying. Let me plug it in before it dies while I'm talking. But I will say that recently, within the past maybe month, it's September 23rd. So maybe like month, like 6 weeks, maybe about 6 weeks. So like a month and a half of doing more in depth, like support and resistance. There is maybe someone that you know, this person that's very popular in the space, but it's Mamba FX. Mamba FX, Lumi Trades, and this other guy. I forgot his name. Let me look it up. But those three people, within the last 6 weeks, I put a little bit more emphasis on watching how they use support and resistance breakouts. So with breakouts, it's been nice to see like how they do the initial breakout and taking the trade. And then for the support and resistance break and retest, that's been just something I started to incorporate a bit more, just simply because I got tired of always getting stopped out on the initial breakout. So obviously, like, depends on what price is doing. Oopsies, oopsies. Uh oh, uh oh, uh oh. Okay, sorry, my thing was all messed up. But it's his name is Lumi FX, I think. Lumi Trades. It's this guy. Let me pull up all of them right now for you. Where is he? Bear with me, bear with me. Here it is. Yeah, Lumi FX. And then Connor. Here we go. So I am not affiliated with any of these people. I just answering from my own training experience over the last 6 weeks, I have been watching these people a bit more. So bear with me a moment. Oops, oops, oops. Home. Okay. Let me drag them all into the screen. So 1, 2, 3. So this guy is very popular. I'm sure everyone knows of him. Huge in the space. Mom FX. He's quite literally support resistance, trend line, breakout. Simple. Very, very simple. And I know that there's a lot of controversy around influencers, controversy around gurus, controversy around people that sell courses or Discord signals or whatever. But at the end of the day, right, you have to do your own research. You have to find what's working best for you. So I'm not endorsing anything. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just talking from my experience, what I've been looking at the last 6 weeks recently of my trading that has been helping me understand a little bit more with like breakouts of the initial support and resistance and whatnot. So, Mamba FX, great example of that initial break. And he's been doing it for years. I did a trial run of his thing, and unfortunately, I wasn't really able to take advantage of it, so I don't have that anymore. But it's fine. That was my mistake. I didn't take advantage of it. So, this is the first guy, 6 weeks. I've been really focusing. I've been following him for longer than that, though. Pretty much my entirety of my trading. I've known about him, I've watched his stuff. Like, yeah, I know this guy like from watching his things. I don't know him personally, but I like Mamba FX. I think he's cool. I think he's really cool. So yeah, but at least the last 6 weeks, I'm gonna keep emphasizing that. Been watching his stuff a little bit more seriously, because before it would be like watching like this turn 11 to 1100. I really like these series. I don't know why it says I didn't watch it when I've watched pretty much like all his videos. Um, but yeah, like I've been watching it more intensely when it comes to his recaps. So there's one where there's a recap of it. I gotta find it. Um, Let me see. There's like I know there's a recap. 1 second. And the recap ones is what I've been doing. Recap. Much more intense. Under studying about it. Mamba. What is it? Trades. I don't know where it is. Channels? Oh, this is gonna bother me for real. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna bother me. But in any case, okay, that's the first guy. Second guy is him. So this is the guy that on my trading view, I have this indicator. And this is where he's the one that created this. So it really just keeps it simple for me. It marks out the liquidity levels from higher time frames. So when I'm on the 5, the thin lines, it's the 1 hour, and the thick lines is the 4 hour. Quite simple. I know I could do it myself, but it just keeps it easy for me. And then he's also the one that helped me understand how to use trend, the 5 minute trend with a 1 minute time frame. So that's been nice for like those quick scalps that I like to take. So how I all say like, oh, we're chopping around the EMA, but now we're having like respect to the 1 minute trend, or we're sorry, we are respecting the 5 minute trend based off the one. So then now it makes sense to take a short trade or something like that, and you can easily couple up support and resistance with it. So if I do a quick example, this is right off rip, right here, right? Support and resistance. Okay, now we finally have closure below the EMA here, as well as the 5 minute here is still below it. We are still having lower lows, lower highs. So this is a lower high. At this point, take a short position and easily target whatever, I don't know, like I would take the break of this, you would have it above the other level or even above like the previous level right here, and then do like a 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1, like that. So he's the one that helped me understand using the 1 and the 5 cohesively, and also giving me the indicator. Mamba was the one that helped me understand the initial breakouts of support and resistance. Did I just draw this one? I just drew this one, right? Yeah, I did. Let me delete it. No, I didn't. Hold on. Let me just do this. There we go. Perfect. And then the final person is him, Lumi FX. For him, he was just very calm in the way that he was going about his trading, and I really like the psychological aspect that he brings to the table. It's a really nice clear breakdown also of Mamba FX, incorporating his own things too, and he's the one that helped explain the importance of levels, and that's why I started to add levels onto my chart, because I do support and resistance, I do supply and demand, and with that being said, it's nice to also have support and resistance marked along supply and demand on the higher time frame, not just support and resistance on the lower time frame, because with Mamba and with Connor, the two I just showed you, those two people focus on the lower time frame on the 15 and the 5, and the Connor also incorporates the 1 minute. So that's lower time frame for the scalps, for the quick reversals, for the initial breakout, for some of the support, or I'm sorry, the break and retests. But then with Lumi, he also does not just that, but also higher time frames, and incorporates the support and resistance of the bouncing of these different levels too. So that's why I kind of morphed all three into one and found like a little middle ground of each one, and still keeping my supply and demand zone together with it. It's just been really easier, like not easier, I shouldn't say that. It's been simple enough for me to understand and simple enough for me to follow. So I hope that this whole conversation is helpful. But yeah, quite literally, that's that's all I do. That is all I do. So maybe I'm making it more simple than it sounds, but it really is that simple. Um, Yeah, and if you want me to talk a little bit more about my supply and demand, lower time frame, I can do that. I've talked about higher time frame many, many, many times already on this channel. I've talked a little bit about like lower time frame basing candles as a way to enter trades too. But I recently added another kind of style, which I explained in my previous trade. But if you want me to break it down again, I can. But it's been nice to finally be able to very clearly explain what my playbooks are and what my strategy is, because now I can quite literally just focus on the psychology part, which is the biggest hurdle I've ever had in my life. So, yeah. Quad, no, don't lose weight by doing a liquid diet. it's it's not the funnest, to be honest. It's probably not the healthiest. It was even by choice, but you know what? It does work. Yeah, guy, gym rat for sure. I want to get back into the gym, put on a little bit more weight. Definitely need to put some more weight on my lower body because of obviously losing my weight, so that's been sad. But I'm excited. And I'm Vietnamese. Oh, you're Asian too? Oh my gosh, no way. I can't see your profile picture too well from the chat, but dude, sick. I think you're wearing glasses too. So, all right, let's see. Let's do about 2 more minutes or so. Oh, wait, we have more conversation actually. Simon P. PUBG and Brawl Stars. Oh, interesting. Never heard. You're getting better every day. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm telling you, playing video games has been helping. Just kidding. Um, I used to play PUBG with my sister and her ex. Such a fun time. I was so trash at it. I would just play it because I wanted to spend quality time with them because they used to like to play it on their phone. So I'm like, oh, I'll just play just to play even though I'm trash. Simon Natras, Simon N. Oh, he's Welsh. Oh, good to know. Yeah, I like his accent. Yeah, no problem. I like his stuff too. I do because of having the ability to just capitalize on lower time frame immediate moves. I have not been good at doing New York Open 6:30 a.m. like being at my screen like trading within the last 2 weeks. I have not been doing that. And before, I kid you not, I was doing 6:30 a.m. New York Open, taking the support resistance initial breakout, trying to target the 1-to-1. And it would work, of course, like 50, 60% of the time, I think was my win rate. But then those losses, they just like 1-to-ones, 50%, it's like break even. And then the days that I had the emotions, obviously break even went quickly to a red day or a blown account. So I decided for myself, like, I can't do that anymore. Like, it's not sustainable for me. I need to find a better way of going about it. So the last 2 weeks, I haven't been as consistent with taking the New York Open. So I've been trading a little bit past it. I would wait for support resistance breakout, in a retest. I would wait maybe 6:35 or even 6:45, 7 o'clock, 7:30. Today I started trading around almost 8 o'clock in the morning. There's a lot of opportunities that, yes, I 100% missed, but I can confidently say that reducing the amount of those like break even trades or those like 60% win rate 1-to-1 moves that I didn't need to take, and not because of his strategy but because of myself, like not knowing the appropriate way to taking these trades. It's nice to have cut back on those and I feel less stressed in the head about it. And then now just finding a much more, I'll say, seamless flow of incorporating the three people that I talked about, my supply and demand zone strategy that I've had for so long, and just keeping it freaking simple has reduced the amount of stress that I feel. And I just feel better. Like today was a great example. Like you guys saw me take my quick trades. Like it's not everyday perfect like this to me. I have tilt, like I had the heat behind my ears, but that's the psychology part I need to work on. But as long as I take the trade based on like what is happening on my chart, what I see, my playbook, then great. Like if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And today was just a really great example of doing that for me personally. So yeah, yeah. Just gotta like kind of find your morph of different videos that you watch. And depending if you're the type of person that needs to know why is price doing this, like what's the reasoning behind why this isn't respected or this is respected, there's those people that need to know every little freaking thing about the market. And then there's the other side where I think I sit more on the side of where I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna chillax. Like, hey, you know what? I don't need to know exactly why this exact thing is happening. What I do need to do is make sure my stats align with, like, okay, what's my win rate for how often this happens, and does it work enough times? Does my stats follow and align with the kind of system that I want to have in place? Does it allow me to have more opportunities? Because I'm someone that doesn't only want to take one trade a day. I'm very comfortable with taking up to 10 trades a day. So, it's about finding a system that kind of matches your personality and at the same time it fits what you're looking for as a trader. So I think for me, I've been able to finally have that nice little kind of piece of pie where everything is kind of sitting pretty for me. The final piece I'll say that is not even included in your conversation piece about supply and resistance and everything is just that I've been reducing the amount of prop firms I've been using, obviously, because I've been doing the whole forward testing thing. I've been doing the live account thing. I've been doing a few prop firms, and I try to add in a few, like another few accounts recently, and it didn't work out for me. I'm like, okay, like maybe right now my focus is to keep it very, very small. And then when I feel like I'm ready to scale again, I will. Because last year I tried to scale the same time as this time, and that's when my face hit the dirt and I was just not ready. So I don't know if I'm internally, subconsciously pulling myself back because I think the same thing's going to happen last year. And in essence, I've manifested that where now like it's actually happening where I'm not doing good like I did last year. Or maybe I'm just really not ready to scale. It's kind of hard to know, and that's like the hard part of trading. It's like to know the difference of like what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Anyways, my style is shooting the range on the 2 and 1 minute buying support, selling resistance. I'll visit him then. So thanks so much. Check the others too. I came for support since got tempted by SMC, but I think support resistance simpler. Yeah, Simon, for sure. I mean, that's great that you know the time frame you want to work on, but and especially like with Connor, he does keep it on the lower time frame. I would definitely check out the 5 minute trend following to see if it's bullish or bearish, and then the strategy of using the 50 or the 25 EMA, taking the trade off of there. Normally, I'm targeting a 1-to-1. Obviously, if you're the type of person that wants to do a 1-to-2, move stops to break even, or move stops to the 1R type of thing, you could do that. Just play with it, right? Of course, play with it, do the numbers, do the stats, do the back testing, the forward testing for it. But I would check out that video, especially because you're a lower time frame kind of trader. Check out that video. It's one of his most recent ones. I think you might like it. Again, entertainment purposes only. But yeah. Oh wow, guy. Yeah, honestly, I don't know too many. Actually, I take. Well, yeah, like I'm not really that many. I'm not close to that many Vietnamese people, like friends wise. My best friend is half Viet, half Chinese. Love her. I've known like a few Vietnamese people in my life just because of the area that I grew up in. But at the same time, like I don't feel like I know enough Vietnamese people. I know a lot more Filipino people, Mexican people, Caucasian, um, like just people of color, you know what I'm saying, African descent. Like I know a lot of other people of color, just other people outside of my own community. I feel like I don't know too many Japanese people or Korean people actually. I'll take that part back. But yeah. Oh my gosh, wow. Yeah, Kwao. I remember a while back we were talking about being Asian. I think you said you're Vietnamese too. Let's go. But guy, I didn't know you're Vit. Us Asians are just sticking together. Let's go. A mixed blood of different Asian countries. Oh, that's so sick. You're a mutt then, right? Is that what they call people that are mixed? I'm not trying to say that in a mean way, by the way. I feel like I've heard that term, like being a mixed mutt. That's why. Oh my god, Mvu, let's go. She's Vietnamese too. Hey. All right. Thanks, Simon Panda, for coming in. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day at work. Thank you for even coming to hang out. Yeah, scaling is hard. I'm just going to trade up to 3 accounts max for 1 year straight and see how I feel next year. For sure. Yeah, that's smart. I think I need to get to that point too. Um, Throughout summer, I was pretty happy with having a lot of accounts. And July being my biggest month, I don't remember how many accounts I had. I don't even think it was as many as I had previously. But it definitely caused a new sense of pressure internally. And then posting about it created that extra layer that, like, really put my foot in it type of pressure, you know? And it made it hard to be really honest. I mean, I've talked about it enough times on this channel for everyone to know. But essentially, I think it's a smart thing to kind of build yourself with a certain amount before you try to scale. And I think that's what I'm not that I'm thinking. That is what I'm doing now too. So yeah, like I've been this past weekend, I was supposed to get those funding ticks accounts, and that's why I said earlier, it's like I really wish I got them. Like I regret not getting them. I'm sad that I forgot. But at the same time, maybe it was meant to be. You know, if my mind is not worried or concerned about getting accounts or trading that much, then that's also a good thing. You know, it's meant to be that way because then I have less stress. So I did pick up these 2 new My Funded accounts recently just because I had a pass one, get one coupon. I was like, you know what? If I'm able to pass these accounts, I can get 2 more for free. So I paid about like $73, $72 for one, about $144 with some change for 2 accounts. And if I pass them, then I get 2 more for free. So in total, it's 144 divided by 4. That's about like $35 a pop, no activation fee. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to allow myself some grace. I'm willing to add this to my expense budget. Let me just go for it. Anything can happen. And I'm comfortable with what comes with it too. So, I definitely want to continue my role of like keeping things small, um, and not trying to force things. I did end up picking up some Lucid accounts, which at the time that also was not the best thing because I wasn't ready for it. And then I picked up the Tradify Project X account. I wasn't ready for it. So I'm like, dude, if I'm not ready for it, then why am I trying to like rush it? Why am I doing this, that, and the other? But that's why I was like, okay, coming to this week, it's coming to Q4. I feel mentally grounded now. I feel like I've learned quite a bit. I don't know, I feel a little bit different, and I want to build on that. So I'm still going to keep the amount of accounts I have low, but I am going to still try to challenge myself in different ways, if that makes any sense. But yeah, new Asian friends. We should do a Discord call or like a YouTube call or like some type of hangout, just a vibe. That'll be fun. I'm supposed to do like a Discord call in the community, but the problem is that like people have different time frames, and I feel bad like doing it and then some people aren't able to make it, or maybe no one's gonna join at all. I don't even know what we would talk about. It's literally just to hang out and vibe, but I honestly don't know. That's why I have not done it yet for those that are in the Discord right now. Nah, no worries, Kwa. No worries, Kwa. You are totally good. I remember you a lot because you've always been very consistent, like with engaging and like talking and hanging out. So I appreciate you. Past one, yeah, it was a pretty good deal. I don't know why I got it. It was just a random email, and they said I can use it up to 3 times. It's like there's limited time use. Like you can't share with other people. Otherwise, I would have shared it the moment I got it with everyone. But yeah, I think a lot of people in their Discord too had gotten it as well and were asking questions about it. And I forgot about it. I kid you not. Like I got it. It was not this weekend. I got it a while back, I would say. Um, Let me see. When did I get it? I don't even see it. Oh, okay. I got it the 12th. So 11 days ago. So I completely forgot about it. And after forgetting about funding takes a sale, I was like, oh, I want to pick up some accounts. Like, I think I'm ready for it, mentally grounded, right? So then I remember I had this in my email. So that's why I got it. But yeah, it's a really great deal. So I'm hoping I could pass and then, move on to the next thing. So far, this support and resistance, this was a nice break. Or this was like a nice retest. I'm kind of liking this. It's 11:30 right now. I do kind of like this, honestly. I missed the entry on this guy. Let me see on the 1 minute real quick. Let's see if we can get a retest back here into 17. I think I'd be happy to take a trade if we can get a retest of 17 or even 13. Like here. I would not mind that. Let me see if I can get my entry a little bit lower. Right about here. And then this would be for a 1-to-1. Oh, well, there we go. So that's not a 5 minute demand push though, which I don't like that. I don't like that, but this would be a 1 minute play. Yeah, we'll just see how this goes. um, Guys, gotten older, focused only on trading, lost a few friends. Totally understandable. Being dedicated to trading, told myself to try and make new friends going forward. Yeah, it could be so challenging, especially because at least I don't know many in real life traders. I only know two. I think two. Everyone else that I know that is in trading is from the online space. So that's been in itself interesting. And I wish I knew more in real life people to make friends around it. I'm sure there's like Facebook groups and all those types of groups that you can do, but yeah. So this already hit TP without any entry for me. Obviously, I saw it last minute though too. But I wonder if we can get a retest. If not, then that's fine. Tevin, I don't know about that free account on the dashboard. Whoa, that's cool. Heck yeah. Um, how do I participate in that? Yeah, I only have the one where it's for the core account, the 50K core account. Dang, I wish I had that, the free scale one. All right, let's see. We're gonna watch this. Kind of don't want to put this risk on the table. It'd have to be, it'd have to be worth it. It's still lower low, lower high. Let's watch it. Oh, you're good. I wish. I wish. I wish I got that scale account. That'd be sick. Shiver, dude, congrats on passing your 5K challenge account. Let's freaking go. W for you. I love that. I'm super happy for you. All right, what do you guys think? Is it worth to take this trade? Holding that support and resistance level here. I don't know if it's worth. There's no demand on the 5 for me to take. Besides down here at the 801s. Yeah, no. 801s. It already got into the 801s. It pushed through, actually. Still lower. Yep, still lower. Have not entered into anything yet. Yep, nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Glad I didn't. Because that's the 1 minute. Can't trust the 1 minute. I wanted to see a quick bounce, but NQ is still kind of pushing lower and weak. It's just because we're holding the support and resistance, so yeah, but I have not taken it. Yeah, completely broke through it. Good call. All right, I'm done. I am done for sure. So, ending the stream here, we're up $802.68. We took some nice little back-to-back trades together, which I'm super happy about, and I hope that you guys were able to lock in some as well. I'm going to close that out. Uh-oh, something's wrong with my thing. Oh, okay. My thing got messed up. But anyways, I'm really happy for our trades today. Really, really great job, guys. I hope you guys had a solid day too. And I hope that for the rest of your day, you have a wonderful one. Stay safe. Make sure you take some time for yourself. Give yourself some grace. Final messages in the chat here. Guy, yeah, I remember you joined last time. I appreciate you for that. Not sure if there's anyone else in here right now from the Discord. Tevin, I like Tradevate, but yeah, there's no bracket orders when you do group trading. When you do individual trading, like one account, you are able to do a bracket. So you are able to put a stop loss in a TP. You can do auto break even. You can do an auto trailing stop. You can do all the things. But when you're doing group trading, you are not able to do that. Yassine Green today. Oh, I'm sorry that you missed the party. We took some trades together. We were able to capitalize on a few trades, ending the green, the trades, I'm sorry, ending the accounts green, $802. So super happy about it. My funded account is still paused as well for the payout approval. So just kind of chilling at this point. I think depending on news, I have to check news for tomorrow. I don't know if I will be doing trades or on my demo account, on my live account, or on a funded account, or on the eval account. I'm not sure. It just depends. So yeah. Um, Nice guy. Hope you have a good gym time. Shiver Funding Tigs is freaking spectacular. I don't have any accounts with them at this point because I forgot to buy some this past weekend. So stupid. But I'm hoping the next time they have a 35% off sale, I'm going to stack up on 5 of the 50Ks for $50 with the 1,000 reward cap. I've explained many times why I think that's a great deal, and you still get a great bang for your buck for payouts. But I am planning to get those the next time they have a sale, so going to keep my eyes peeled. But as far as everything else I've heard and seen from Funding Ticks for other people, it's been brilliant and no complaints at all. Guy is also a great example. He's been using Funding Ticks and he's been raving about them since the last couple of live streams. Shiver for consistency rule. I don't recall if Funding Ticks has a consistency rule. I will double check for you right now. I don't think that they do. For the eval stage, yes, there is that, but in the funded stage, I can't recall. So let's take a look together real quick. Gonna make this like a speed round. So 50K pro account. Yeah, there's a 40% consistency in the eval stage, but there's no consistency in the funded stage. And that's for the pro plus accounts. Of course, if you go over to the zero accounts, which is your straight to sim funded, this one there's going to be the 25% consistency for that. And then for the one account, there is no consistency at all for any of these sizes. $801. There's that push. We'd want to see this go higher. I'm not in the trade, but we'd want to see this go higher. 1-1. Base hit. Okay, but anywho, let's see. I think I got everyone's messages. Okay, here, Shiver. New features, so I have to go with them. No, you don't have to go with funding ticks. There's a lot of funding futures prop firms out there. So many great options. There's just depending on your budget and what you're looking for in a firm. But I would say since you're brand new and maybe you just want to get a feel for a firm, maybe you want to just get your feet wet, whatever the case may be, I would then look at like lower cost accounts just to try it once. Obviously, if you get a payout, great. If you don't, then at least it's the lowest cost for your first time ever in futures trading. So with funding ticks, it's currently 20% off. If you do the $1,000 reward cap on the 50K account, it's $61. Great option. And then for my funded futures with the 5% off discount, it's $72 or $73. That is also all in cost. So really, really affordable too. I think those are the two lowest when it comes to all in costs for a futures prop firm account. If you're looking for low upfront costs without the activation fee, Bullinox is 91% off right now. Apex, I think it's 80% off still. So there's still some like cheaper evaluation accounts, but then consider that if you pass the eval and you go to a funded account, you'll pay for an activation fee at that time. But those two firms are like the lowest eval costs to enter without the activation, and then the all-in cost would be my funded futures and funding ticks. But yeah, I would hope that Funny Ticks does more sales. I want a bigger sale. I really want to tap in. But yeah, thank you guys seriously for coming into the stream today. I really hope that you guys had a good time. I had a good time, and I'm hoping that you were able to bank some cash and entertainment purposes only, not financial advice for everything that I said, reiterating that one more time. But it was really good to catch up. It was really good to just be here with you all and to be able to have a conversation and just feel good. So thank you guys again. I'm not sure when the next live stream will be. Sometime this week, though, probably, because I do want to do a giveaway. So if you're still here, make sure you tune into my next live stream. I will be doing a giveaway of maybe Apex eval accounts and maybe a trade day account as well. We'll see. I might also just post it on Twitter, or maybe I'll post it in the YouTube community tab. I want to do something special there. So we'll see. But, anyways, appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for your time and support. And as always, I wish you guys nothing but the best and the most success in all that you do. And I will see you guys all in the next one.